James Turner for the untouchable true school sports. Let's go, baby. Bow!
Be careful what you wish for because it can become a reality.
Yeah. The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so I have some things to talk about in regards to the monster, Naoya Inoue. You know, he just recently defended his titles again against TJ Doheny, so congrats to him on another stoppage victory. But, you know, one of the fights, apart from featherweight, because you guys know I've been talking about Inoue going to featherweight till I've been blue in the face. But apart from any fights at featherweight, the big fight, the mega fight that could be made for Inoue would be the big Japanese Super Bowl, the big Japanese Stanley Cup, whatever you want to call it, between him and Junto Naktani, you know, who right now is at 118. He currently occupies one of the titles down there. That's the fight that a lot of people are, you know, anticipating. And so Inoue has caught wind of this, and he had some comments in regards to a future Junto Nakatani fight and what he believes Junto needs to do to get a fight with him. Inoue stated the following, and I quote, "I wish to go forward with my next fight in December. I've definitely had no damage in the Doheny fight. Before Nakatani moves up to fight me, he will have to fight my brother Takuma. That's not easy because Takuma will be a very tough opponent and a thick wall for Junto Nakatani." So there you go. A-side behavior isn't just in American boxing. It's not just in Latin American boxing. A-side behavior can happen in Japan too. And that's what Inoue is doing. You know, and you know, I don't want to just call it A-side behavior because I want to be consistent. I always get pissed off when fighters don't want to dominate their weight class. So Takuma Inoue is a champion. Junto is a champion. Naturally, it is a fight that should happen. But I'm going to say it like this. I'll give Inoue a pass now. But if Junto Nakatani fulfills what he's supposed to do and he beats and bludgeons and destroys Takuma Inoue like most people would probably pick him to do, then there really shouldn't be no arguments about what Inoue should do next unless he wants to go to featherweight and explore fights there. As far as Junto against Takuma, it's a good fight. I think bantamweight's a division where right now a lot of the champions are from Japan. And they all got to start unifying. I don't care if it's Junto versus Takuma or you know, Nishida versus Yoshiki Takai. These guys got to start unifying these titles because it's just it's good for the weight class. But I like that fight. I think it's a good way to. I think it's gonna give a couple opportunities. It's gonna be beneficial in a couple ways if Junto and Takuma fight. For one, if Junto is to win, like many people would think, then that would make the Junto Inoue fight a little bit bigger because obviously Takuma is Inoue's brother. If he beats him, then that adds the whole revenge dynamic, the revenge angle. And on top of that, it would also give Takuma Inoue a chance to be in a truly like big fight. Because when you think about it, Takuma is in the biggest shadow any fighter in Japan could be in. He is literally the brother of Naoya Inoue. So he's been in some good fights, but nothing where you could say, you know, it was like a mega fight or anything like that. This would qualify to me as a massive stage for him. And if he's able to go in there and beat Junto Nakatani, it would force people like me to look at Takuma in a whole different light and regard him more higher as a fighter. So obviously Inoue is believing in his brother. He believes his brother has what it takes to beat Junto and he can help him beat Junto. So hey, it is what it is. I can't really say he's ducking Junto now because Junto's not at 122. And, you know, I agree. I agree that fighters in their weight classes should be fighting each other. I don't like when I hear, you know, Terrence Carr talking about Canelo. I didn't like when I heard Charlo talking about Canelo and all these crazy fights that boxing likes to do. So I'm all for it. I think Junto Nakatani versus Takuma Inoue, just a short style breakdown would be like, you've got Junto, who is a versatile fighter, a guy that is a volume puncher, tall, lanky, can box from the outside, does a little bit of everything pretty well. And then you got Takuma, a fighter that I would say tends to be more of a boxer, doesn't have the punch power that his brother has, but has excellent timing. He's got amazing timing. Has been flashing a bit of power in some of these recent fights against guys like Joan and Cajas and things like that. So if there was ever a fight where you would think Takuma could put it together, it will be that one. But I want to know from you guys, do you guys look at this as a ducking tactic from Inoue? Because I'm gonna play devil's advocate. There is people out there that don't give Inoue his credit. They say, you know, yeah, he ran through all these weight classes, but the only weight class that he fought in that was any good, which was 115, he didn't fight none of the big names. And now we got a big name potentially coming up from 118 to 122, and now he wants to put stipulations. He wants to say do this, do that. So how do you guys interpret this move? I'm not going to interpret it as a duck just yet, only because Junto is still in that weight class. He hasn't declared that he's going to go to 122 or drop the belt or anything like that. So if Junto were to drop the belt and then go to 122 and let's say get a fight and then say he want to fight in a way, then I would say, okay, now it's time to make the fight. But that point in time hasn't come yet. So, yeah, that's the news. I want to know what you guys think. I was a bit surprised by the comments because, you know, I've never really heard Inoue make stipulations for an opponent before. So that could be interpreted a lot of different ways. But what do you guys think about that? And how do you see Junto versus Takuma happening if it does play out? Junto has a fight coming up in about a month against this guy from Thailand whose name I can't pronounce, but the guy's like 76-1. Doesn't have like great names on his resume, but he's 76-1. So if Junto gets past that, we know Inoue is not fighting Junto next because Inoue is probably going to fight. He's going to fight in December, presumably against Sam Goodman. And so if that happens, then we know the next fight would be here in America for Inoue because Bob Arum already said that. So I'm not sure when a Junto fight would happen, but I would, if I took a guess, maybe like the end of next year. If Inoue is not going to be a featherweight at all next year, probably by the end of next year. So that's the news. You guys let me know what you think about Inoue saying that Junto has to fight his brother Takuma. How do you think that fight would go? Do you think he's this is a stalling tactic, a ducking tactic? And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. I'm at the Boxing Hall of Fame out here in Canterbury, New York. And for more great boxing content just like this video, make sure you click and subscribe right over here.